model railway day today. So with that said, we could get on with it. So right here is of course Direct Rail Services number 66422 Max Dual 1958 to 1999, and it's of course hauling a intermodal container train. So with that said, we can get on with it.
Non-stop chilled beats. This is Capital Chill.
What? What is wrong with it? Hang on. It's doing that crash thing, so as I said. So of course I'm running the train at a little bit of a slower speed to start off with because of that mishap. As you can see, whilst the train is cruising along at a slower speed, that you can see that that's when the sun's out, the locomotives all the locomotives rotating axle boxes are visible. It's always better to shine that on a sunny, more or less a sunny day. Even know that the sun is actually going in, drawing in. Trying to get this back working. Why is this thing being so slow? Oh well. Hello to Becky Marie 14 has just arrived on my channel. I'm just trying to set up, of course, music because the bloomin', but all I can say is my own things are acting slow ass. And I'm trying to return to where I was before the thing crashed. Come on. So I will get it, get the train up and running in a moment. It's just that this thing is just being so ridiculously annoying. My own tablet is just... There we go. I got it back up and running. I'm trying to get it back to the song that was wrong on. There we go. God, it was just because of course my tablet was working a bit slow ass. So, as I said, I love, of course, using Capital Chill. It's really nice and smooth sounding and it's relaxing. But you also got your dancey type feel which of course you don't get that with some stuff on smooth chill or any of the other chill stuff. And you just want it to be chilled but also a little bit dance like as well. So now of course I am getting the train on the move at full at the correct speed. But yeah, over the time that I've been using this, I have been enjoying using the low emission Batman next generation class 66s. They're definitely a lot better than a Cure Scale and a remarkably different beast to the old class 66s, which of course I do have on that I will be having probably for the rest of their working lives. But the annoying thing about that one, of course, hasn't had luckily hasn't had a single axle box come out of it. That's the only trouble that you get with these trains, is that it's a bit like that with some like Hattons. You get some locomotives that has a socket of the axle box socket come out or not, but no, not on luckily not on 66 422 max dual. And of course on 66761 here, it was a middle one that comes out, but it doesn't really come out that often. But what does is, sadly, is of course 66 777 NS. It's back one here. That one likes falling out a good few times, which is, yeah, a little bit annoying, but I think I've learned how to adapt to that. And just the good thing is that it falls out in a perfect spot and it's more or less easily seeable when trying to look around underneath the coal and all that lot. But Batman's a lot better than a Cure Scale, because it's fault-free running these locomotives. And when looking up on YouTube at the locomotives, the look of them for accuracy and all that lot screams this new low emission variant and standard variants of the Batman Next Generation Class 66s.
Easy chilled weekend with Capital Chill.
And when you have more or less these kind of brighter days where it's sunny or more brighter but with cloud, you can see the rotating axle boxes way more better than you could see in the normal night light that you see up there. But yeah, 66422 has more or less saved the 66-4 series and has the rights to be at the forefront of this sport. These trains. And of course it's nice having the futuristic 66-7s as well. And another thing is, I believe the grills are more or less the correct size on these trains. But in the reviews, the niggles is that those big square grills are see-through, because they said that on the side of them they usually have, on the real trains they have shutters on it which air gets through them and makes them see-through when required, which that's what Batman has more or less showed on these trains. But I believe that is not really any sort of trouble, because the thing is, they've always, with classic sixes, they've always done the trains with with shutters. But the thing is I actually really like it being see-through, because the thing is, every time I see a low emission variant class 66s, they have their shutters open on those grills, so I can actually see through the engine bay of these locomotives. But as I said, they've always kept it closed, just like this broken mature scale 66. As you can see, that is basically what it would look like with the shutters shut. But the thing is, even though it's nice, the locomotive isn't actually truly accurate, because I found a lot of things that weren't accurate, which of course the stairs aren't. And there were a few other parts I found that weren't really that true to the class 66. But yeah, another thing I think was this groove. The groove on these pure scale class 66s are, let's say, a bit flat compared to the things that you see on a class 66, like this one, like an S, and its sister. It's a lot more, the grooves are definitely more outwards, and that is how they're supposed to be on the locomotive. Put that string there so I can remake my ventilator. Because that was basically just for the direct rail services run. So the direct rail services, you can more or less make up any kind of one you like. When I actually returned direct rail services back to its former glory. So I knew that they did I know that direct rail services had done general intermodal container trains, so I don't know if the class 660s maybe for general it was outline it, or it was basically working with Freightliner doing trains.
Capital Chill.
As I said, I've definitely got probably way over 100 containers now, which is more than what I had when I had used paper containers. Right. Now, it's time to have a look at the containers to run the train next. Well, I'll have a Costa shipping those. Take one of those evergreens as well. So let's put in one on the end. I would have put one of these Hamburg SUVs on there, but I definitely don't think there's enough room on my train to do that. About the 20 foot is what 20 foot is to use. I think we both refurbed the best. Put them in randomize and train.
This is Capital Chill. Capital Chill.
Well. Okay, so my next train up in my next app. was saying the consist, I have maximum of 5, but I put a minimum of 2. You can put one container to put in the gap about 3 miles. So of course this is basically a typical haulage for a 50 haulage. Trains up and we'll put companies on the road, on the running roads, so trying to get the train moving. There we go. So of course this is Annette's first run, of course, live, and already it's spat out its little thing here, so gonna have to slow it down and put it back. As I said, good thing is that it's easy to find after it's spat out the hook vent. So just go dark for a minute. There we go. Got it. But of course, you know, the locomotive is a great train to have on another railway, despite its liking to spit out its rotating axle box. Once in a while, but to be fair, get used to it, and I've more or less really got used to it doing that. But the thing is that I might have to find a sort of a glue that could actually fit that little rotating axle box. But as I said, it's not the only train to spit out axle boxes. So is my other Class 66. Wensleydale Railway Association. Gonna have to go and get it.
Non-stop chilled beats. This is Capital Chill.
The thing is, I can't find it, which is annoying. I know it's in the track somewhere. Found it. Found that. Box. Huh? That's not an actual box. Weird.
This is Capital Chill.
Really tricky to know what's not. That's what's not and what's cold. Really complicated. You're going to see that this time the action box is falling off the table. Because it didn't come off here, it's too much more would have been on the weight here. Well, it wouldn't have fallen up here, so I'm too slow. With that, Green Wednesday Dale Railway Association.
Capital Chill.
So yeah, 66761 has, I think, been the better running one out of the three Batman Next Generation Class 66s. Softest running, never, as I said, locomotive's rotating axle box falls from the other side of the train whenever it does, but it does that very rarely.
Chill beats. This is Capital Chill.
Oh, what's this? It's the missing rotating axle box. I knew it was somewhere. I knew it would have had to fall off somewhere. Well, for now, I'll just get a net out and then connect it back temporarily. That's a tricky one. Don't know if it'll work, but
Capital Chill. Radio turns miles into memories.
a little try.
The family, road tripping with your
Putting a little bit of glue on that.
to work. In-car entertainment is getting better and better, allowing you to create more memories than ever before. So make sure your next car suits all your radio needs. Your car connects you to
Ah, you're right.